Hello loves, Beezsa here. If you are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you are returning, welcome back. Basically, to all of you, thank you for deciding to take some time out and vibe with your girl. I really appreciate it. This video is basically taking a step back. I have been, on a roll creating content, and, I'm in the midst, even behind the scenes of this, creating content and just getting ready to, present all the different things that I've been getting into. But I figured this video, I wanted to take a step back and give you a little bit more background on what With Love Beezsa is. With Love Beezsa is just not my name that is on my accounts, but it is actually my business. It is my brand, and it is a women empowerment brand. And the ways I like to empower is through affirmations, art, poetry, events, so much more. There's so many things to come. So I just wanted to get up here and just take some time to give y'all a little background about all the things with Love Beezsa. So first and foremost, before we get all the way into the brand and the company itself, let's back it up and ask the question, who is Beezsa? Well, I am she. I am her. I am Beezsa. My name is Brianna Holloway, but my creative name is Beezsa. And the name is so special to me because it is a household nickname that my mom has called me for as long as I can remember. She used to add her little flair, whether it's Beezsa, Beezsa-nay, whatever. It would come out, but Beezsa was the root of it, and it was just something that I just took to, and I basically just loved everything about it. And I do have other nicknames, for like Brianna, like Bree and B and stuff like that, but Beezsa definitely holds a special place in my heart because of the love. I feel like Beezsa is definitely a name that signifies the bond between not only my mother, but with my family too, but my mom, of course, who gave me that name. But there's so much love. I think about my upbringing. I think about just the empowerment that was instilled in me, the courage that was given to me, the affirmations that was given to me as I was growing up, just to make sure that I am authentically myself, enjoy being who I am, and also appreciating who I was and who I am in that current moment, and also being excited for the woman that I will become in the future. So with all of that being said, I figured, I wanted to have a brand that captured all that I want to give back to the world and all that I want to give back to women. So With Love Beezsa was created. And yes, I will have another video that's going to dive a little bit more into that name and the whole backstory of Beezsa. But that is a quick snapshot of where the name came from. But moving on to, just a little bit more about, what to expect and what my mission and what the vision is and all of that. So, the mission is really to inspire confidence and promote self-love and cultivate resilience, basically just creating a world where women empower women to break barriers and just feel confident in being themselves and understanding that they should give themselves grace and just be to thrive in their womanhood. And yeah, so that's the mission. And then, of course, the vision, is to just create a movement where women stand tall, united in strength and solidarity. And basically just where every woman, regardless of background or circumstance, is empowered to embrace her inherent worth. So that's just a whole lot that could be packaged in that. So that is my mission and vision. And I did just want to go over, dive more into what the offerings are that I am working on and what is already available. Okay, first and foremost, I'm super excited because what is currently available, I launched a greeting card line, y'all. So The greeting card line is basically just called WLB Greeting Cards, and it is on my website, which I will talk about my website and all the different ways that you can follow me, keep up with me, subscribe with me, all of that later on in this video. But let's talk about these greeting cards. Of course, it is coming from a woman's perspective, but I have created quite a few of just general. So that way it's not just women who are gravitating towards my greeting cards, but they're also catering to anyone who can relate to the content that I'm putting inside of them. Backstory, I am a poet. Yeah, I am. So you're going to see a lot of poetic stuff going on in there. And it's not, it's not your average greeting card line, because the way I write anything, honestly, is with a poetic heart. This sounds so weird, but I really tap into something deeper, and I really put my, heart and soul into everything that I write, and I actually sit and, I let things resonate with me, so that I know I am provoking the correct emotion, and I'm making sure I'm giving the correct energy into whatever I'm writing, so that the emotion can flow and it signals the reader to feel the way I was hoping they could feel, and get the vibe I hope they're getting from the greeting cards and anything else that I write. So I cover a number of topics, the usual topics, whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day, wedding, anniversaries, baby showers and stuff like that. But I also tackle the not so normal topics, which I'm so excited about, y'all, because you're gonna love it. You're just gonna love it. So I tackle things like friendships. Whew, baby, that is something that I feel is pivotal to everyone. I mean, we thrive based off our tribe and based off the people that we surround ourselves with. So friendships, I felt, was a very important topic for me to tackle. Of course, wellness. So if there's someone who, is achieving, sobriety or things like that, overcoming an obstacle, or, something that they have been, stuck in at some point, but they have overcame that, I definitely focus on that. Some other topics that will be coming, I don't even want to say, so I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna hold, and I'm gonna just let y'all see it when it comes. But just to give you an idea of some of the special topics that I cover. Now, let's go back to how this greeting card line even came to be. So I'm a part of a blended family, a huge blended family. And not going to go all into that. That is going to be for another video. But trust me, it is a beautiful experience. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. But along with my mom, I also have my biological father and my stepfather. Now, let me note that I do not address anyone with any type of title as step or half. I never wasn't raised to do that, and I don't do that at all, even to this day. So, but for clarity and just so y'all can understand where I'm going to use those terms. So I remember it was a Father's Day, maybe like 3 years ago, and my relationship with both of my fathers are both special in their own way. That when it was Father's Day and it was time for me to, get a gift and things, and normally it didn't really used to bother me. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't used to bother me at first. And honestly, now that I think about it, maybe it didn't bother me because I was younger, and just getting Father's Day cards and not really putting much thought into it. And I'm gonna be honest, not really paying attention to the words that I was giving. It was like if it said Happy Father's Day and it said a cute little 2-liner, 1-liner, whatever, and that's that. You get a gift and you don't even think nothing of it. But as I became older and I realized how important words are, okay? How important words are, okay? Words carry so much more. They carry so much power. I mean, even if you reference, the Bible, there's power in the tongue, okay, and there's power in the words that you write as well, because that is something, it is a product of your thoughts and of your feelings. So, as I got older, I can't even really, yeah, place, the exact moment. But I know just leading up to that Father's Day, I was going to different stores looking for cards. And I was at an age where, I really wanted the cards that I am presenting both my fathers to be heartfelt, to make it, I wanted it to be easy for them to like recall, like, wow, like, yes, like, I remember that, like, wow, that actually even, talked about this and that, I thought she forgot something like that, like, wow, this is really how she feels about me, and that is what I was looking for in a card. And just getting Father's Day cards and not really putting much thought into it. And I'm gonna be honest, not really paying attention to the words that I was giving. It was like if it said Happy Father's Day and it said a cute little 2-liner, 1-liner, whatever, and that's that. You get a gift and you don't even think nothing of it. But as I became older and I realized how important words are, okay? How important words are, okay? Words carry so much more. They carry so much power. I mean, even if you reference, the Bible, there's power in the tongue, okay, and there's power in the words that you write as well, because that is something, it is a product of your thoughts and of your feelings. So, as I got older, I can't even really, yeah, place, the exact moment. But I know just leading up to that Father's Day, I was going to different stores looking for cards. And I was at an age where, I really wanted the cards that I am presenting both my fathers to be heartfelt, to make it, I wanted it to be easy for them to like recall, like, wow, like, yes, like, I remember that, like, wow, that actually even, talked about this and that, I thought she forgot something like that, like, wow, this is really how she feels about me, and that is what I was looking for in a card. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, blended families, and let me back up. When I say blended, meaning my mother and my biological father were no longer together, and then of course time goes on, you find, other people find each other, and that is how, blended families actually happen. So that's what happened. But I was going through the shelves, and I'm just telling you, every card that I was looking at, it just was not hitting the mark for me. It didn't have the feeling I looked for. And I'm gonna be honest, if there are, correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize if there are some and I just haven't seen them. But to my knowledge, there aren't any cards. If not any, there aren't many, whichever way. Many cards that are tackling blended families and really tackling what really goes on and how people navigate through something like that. There aren't any cards that are really addressing that. So what I saw wasn't there. I decided I wanted to fulfill that need. And not to mention, prior to that, I was already a writer. Like I said, I was a poet. I was things like, doing different things like that, journaling and just really putting my feelings on paper. And it just created like pieces of art for me. So I was like, I want to take this to the next level. So some of my cards are actually some of my poems broken up. You probably won't even be able to tell which ones, but as I do events and things like that, you may hear some familiar things and like, oh my goodness, like I've seen that in a card that she's done, and oh, now I see where it stems from, and oh, I'm able to paint the whole picture and understand what Beezsa is talking about. But anywho, so after doing that, I remember going home and I was really thinking about it. And I even talked to my mom about it. It made me feel a way. And I'm not going to, sugarcoat that. It, at some point, I would think kind of made it, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but it kind of projected that, you should feel like you're not normal, because there isn't a card that is made for your situation. That's kind of what it was kind of putting out there for me. And not saying that was the intention, but So like I said, I started writing. I came home, started writing, started coming up with things, and they had, you know, of course, different tools are starting to be developed, from Canva to, you know, and then just for, you know, even just other tools to like help you write and like design it the way you want to. And then not to mention, my brother, one of my brothers, is an artist. So, you know, I just started like connecting with him. I'm like, hey, you know, can you draw these images? Like, I have 3 cards. Y'all, I was starting off with 3. And I was like, I have 3 cards and I want, it's just for Father's Day. You know, I want to start off with this subject first, and then, you know, we're going to see where this really goes. So my brother was like, okay, sure. You know, let me, you know, what are you looking for? And, you know, I was definitely always looking for something simple, book for artwork wise, but, you know, powerful too. But I didn't want a lot of, you know, busyness in the art, because the words inside was really what I wanted to use to capture everyone's hearts, to reel everyone in, to let them know, like, you know, this isn't there, y'all. So I want to put this on the shelf. And that is honestly what my whole goal is with this greeting card line. I am planning to put a lot of things, a lot of topics on the shelf that is not up there right now. And I'm talking about raw, real, but optimistic. Because I do not only write my cards in that way, but I write in general that way, because I do feel that, as I said before, words are super important, because words give hope. They encourage, they empower, they let people know that you can try again. They let people know that it's not too late. They let people know that, you know, it's okay. You know, it's almost like a sense of closure, but at the same time, let me tell you my story, you know. So I love it and I thrive in it, and y'all, I feel so strongly about what I've created, and I just can't wait for you to, you know, see it and all these different things. But anywho, that is how the greeting card line started, because obviously 3 cards turned into like 80 something different cards, and I write them in a matter of 5 minutes. I don't know, it's like God has placed it on my heart, and to just blossom and just let it flow. And honestly, sometimes I will go back and read what I wrote in my cards, and sometimes in general, because there's a lot of things I have not released yet, but it's coming. And I was like, you know, who wrote this? This is crazy, like crazy good, you know, like, oh my goodness. Like, when I read this, it's sitting in my spirit, like it's sitting with me, and it's making me recall memories, and it is helping me relive the beautiful things that, you know, and some obstacles I've overcome in life. And that is the feeling I want everyone to have when they get my cards. I want them to be able to go back and read it different times and get something different from it. And that's with my poetry and everything. But anywho, so my greeting card line is available. So definitely go to my website, which is www.withlovebeezsa.com. I will put all of that information. You'll probably see it somewhere on the screen where you can like just be able to see it visibly, and also all the other platforms that I'm on, in addition to YouTube. But super excited for the next thing I'm going to share, because along with the greeting cards, for my loves who don't feel like going to the store all the time, or always looking online for what card you need at the time that you need the card, or maybe 2 weeks prior, I got boxes, y'all. Boxes. So that is what's sitting behind me. And this box right here, I'm actually going to adjust so you can really see it. Okay. So this box is like a trunk, and so this is basically, oh my God, I'm just so happy about it, because it's exactly how I imagined it. So It is a trunk. Right here is just a thank you card. This is basically what you'll receive once you get it. And it just says, thank you for choosing WLB Greeting Cards to share your heartfelt sentiments. We truly appreciate your support and hope our cards add warmth and love to every special moment. But in here, this is just showing what this box is called. So for the year box, I have titled it Full Circle. I love a good title and I love a good deep meaning behind it. But basically, full circle, capturing moments, creating memories, and connecting hearts, because that is what We Hope greeting cards are doing in general, right? So I feel like why not add that to let you know that this is all created with intention. Everything that I'm creating is with intention. So in this box, I have a total of 14 different topics that you can choose from, and this is more so for the usual, topics. But like I said, they're the usual topics, like labeled, but what's inside of them is deeper, y'all. Trust me. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, anniversary, graduation, all the things. So that is, you're able to choose from that. On my website, there's a form that you fill out. This box is also great to use for a keepsake after you've utilized all your cards. It's very deep. I love the finishings and like all the hardware that's on it. But yeah, so this box, and then, and then closed, it's lovely too, and it latches. So this is what it looks like closed. And this box retails, it is for $425, and that's with everything included, shipping and all. But yeah, so if you are a person who loves to get cards for the year and you don't want to always have to go to the store, always have to go online when you're down to the wire and you need a card, this is it, okay? Get you this. If you know somebody, tell them about it. This is what you want, okay? So I have that one. Now, for the not so normal topics like friendship and, wellness and, there's so many more. It's like I don't even want to give all of it away. But just for those, moments that, help you define why life is important, like, they're cards that basically, one, highlight what isn't already out there on the shelf, but two, they really talk about like experiences that I'm sure a lot of you have gone through, because I have. Some of my cards are really talking about things that I've been through, but I feel like, it's common, and yet it's not talked about enough, and yet it's not put out there that it can end well. It can end so great. So this box, and I'm gonna move this. This is just another thank you card that you will get. But this one here is the moments that matter. I love this title because all of those things I was saying are what matter. Who are we without the people that are in our lives? Our friends, people who have helped us get through so much. Who are we, without the obstacles that we overcome? That is what builds character. And a lot of the obstacles that we overcome, we don't get congratulated for that. So this box holds the cards that does that. It also has, a lot of different things actually, but birthdays, which is also in the year box too, but just so many like intricate little things, and you can see this on my website as well. And with this one, I believe you get a total of 30 cards, and I believe the year box you get a total of 52. But with the Moments That Matter box, once again, it's also a keepsake box, so I'm just going to close it just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Let me put this down for you. Oh, tassel. Oh, something else. There we go. So this is what it looks like closed. The hardware, love it, so cute. And it has a handle. You can actually carry it like a suitcase if you need to. But I wanted to have a box that you can definitely use as a keepsake. And, you know, when you're done with your cards. But this one is going for $225. You will probably... yeah, so this is going for $225, and that does not include shipping, but shipping will be calculated. But definitely, y'all, this is a beautiful box to basically gift to somebody. It's also, both of these boxes actually, they're great for gifts. They're great to just keep in house and just keep on hand. And one thing I can say that I am so happy that I can say is... my ultimate goal, which I think I mastered, and y'all are going to be able to tell me, is I wanted to write cards where you ain't have to write a whole paragraph in that blank space on the side. I said it. I said it. We all guilty of doing it, because that right there is a huge, huge signal, huge flag, letting you know that, you know, the card could have said a little bit more. If you got to write a 4-page letter on the side, and granted, there's nothing wrong with that, because the personal pieces that you want to add to a card, even to my cards, that's great. But my hope is that I have covered the majority of what you want to say. If you want to add a couple lines just to add a little pizzazz, that's awesome. But I'm thinking that everything that I wrote in here is going to resonate with the recipient. So yeah, so this is like the moments that matter, the full circle box. The year box is the full circle. The moments that matter is more of like a smaller, more special, eclectic type of box. The moments that matter isn't customizable, so you can't pick and choose what cards are in there just because of the limited amount of topics that will be in here. But I can tell you that there are a lot of cards in here that I feel that, although I've put them for certain topics, that you may find them to resonate better with, to project or to provoke another emotion or another feeling that you're feeling, and you can gift that person that card based off that feeling too. So those are the biggest deal right now that I'm super thrilled about. So you will see that when you go to my website as well, and it gives you all the details and shows you, basically recaps everything that I just said to you. Something else that will be coming is affirmation cards. That is something that I'm working on, and so much more. And also, when you go to my website, you will also start seeing, that's where events will be at, where I have that going, poetry events and other things that I'm working on too. But first and foremost, subscribe. You will see that at the bottom of each page, and it does says ladies first, but fellas, if you're out there, there's nothing wrong with you subscribing too, because it's always good to know what your lady likes and what she's interested in, and get a better understanding of why she's the way she is, why she thinks the way she does, and all that good stuff. So if you want a little tips here and there to get to know your lady, subscribe too. And honestly, some of the stuff that I write, you could probably relate to and learn from, and just put yourself, replace the she's, the hers, and all that, and we'll put your, what you identify as in there as well, so. And just take the message. Take whatever you need from what I'm giving. That is all I ask. I have a lot to give, y'all. A lot to give. So I'm hoping that I have some lovely people out there that's ready to receive, that is ready to, get some good, thriving messages that just help you feel good about yourself at all times. So with all that being said, that is With Love Beezsa in a nutshell. And now to the great part. How can you carry me with you? How can I be with you all the time, y'all? How can you keep up with me in all things? Firstly, go going back to my website, www.withlovebeezsa.com. I am also, as I mentioned, I'm a writer. I also blog, so I am on Substack. If you're not familiar with Substack, it is a phenomenal platform for writers. So if you love a good read, honey, follow me. Subscribe to my Substack channel, which I will also show the link as well in this video so you can see that. And it's also will be in the description and things like that. But it's withlovebeezsa.substack.com. So yeah, I will put that there, and I have written so many different blogs from travel tips to all the different things. But yes, definitely subscribe and share. Tell a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, come join the party. I want the party to be big. I want y'all to have a good time with me, and I want y'all to feel good while we're having a good time. In addition to that, you can definitely find me on Instagram, withlove_Beezsa, TikTok, withlovebeezsa, Facebook, withlovebeezsa, and of course, you are already here on YouTube with your girl. So you already know this is withlovebeezsa on YouTube. But as I said, thank you so much for rocking with me so far, and thank you for even thinking of rocking with me in the future. So this is me giving you full range, okay? Full range now. I'm giving you the freedom to invite whoever you want to this party that we creating. So anybody that you want. So that means watch, like, share, subscribe, follow all the different channels and platforms I just told you about and that you will also see on this screen. But share it. I'm telling you, share it. I mean, I want to be able to help everyone feel their best. But to my ladies, I'm definitely coming to you because I'm a woman first. But to everyone else that just wants to be involved and wants to understand different things about themselves and can relate to what I'm saying, definitely come. Definitely come. I welcome you all. So with that, I want to tell you thank you once again. Love you all. Don't forget that you're beautiful, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are special, you are blessed. With love, Beezsa.